Hello, everybody, and welcome to Championship Week. It is a trip to Santa Clara on the line for Super Bowl 60. Four teams remain. Before diving right into them, I want to quickly say if you're new, subscribe, would be greatly appreciated. Leave a like and let me know who you have in the Super Bowl down below. Now let's jump right into these games. We begin with the AFC Conference Championship game. The New England Patriots are back for the first time since 2018, and they're taking on the Denver Broncos, who are back for the first time since 2015. The Patriots are 5.5-point favorites in this game. The big storyline being that Bo Nix is going to be missing this game. He broke his ankle at the very end of that overtime win against the Bills. It was a great game he played in that one, and it's very unfortunate he's not going to be playing in this one. So where does that leave Denver as a team? Well, Jared Stidham going to be the starter. He's looking to pull off his best Nick Foles impression and beating the Patriots in a championship game and sending Denver back to the Super Bowl. They're expected to be activating J.K. Dobbins for this one, so hopefully their ground game can get to a good rhythm, and this ground game can get back to what it was while J.K. Dobbins was healthy during the season. They still have RJ Harvey out the backfield. He is a much better receiving back this year in his rookie year. He's great in space. They can keep getting him the ball in space. I think he's going to do a very solid job in this one. But the bigger thing is this defense of Denver. The Patriots have gone against two very good defenses so far these playoffs. That was the Chargers and that was the Texans. Against the Chargers, they scored 16 points. Against Houston, the offense itself scored 21. So there's definitely a world where this Denver defense can make enough plays to make sure this offense has the time to get into this game. The big thing is Drake May has fumbled quite a bit in these playoffs already. He's been sacked quite a bit. That offensive line of New England is not looking as good as I thought it was going to in these playoffs, and that has been a massive defect for them. But they're still winning games because their own defense is a really damn good defense. The Patriots defense have given up barely any points throughout these playoffs, only 3 to the Chargers and about 16 to the Texans. So it's a battle of the defenses, seemingly. This game's in Denver. The Patriots have not had the best luck in Denver over the course of the past 20 or so years. So who do I have in this one? Well, I can't go with, for as much as I want to, I can't quite go with Jared Stidham because he hasn't started in about 2 years. He has not attempted a pass in about 2 years. So I have to lean in favor of New England for this one. Just the fact that they're healthier in this case, they're still playing really good football, even if the offense is taking some time to get into a rhythm. They do still eventually find that rhythm and can make you pay later in games. And their defense is playing at a really high level. And at this point, when you go into a place like Denver and you're going to be playing in a cold environment in Mile High, you're going to need a really good defense. And the Patriots have that on top of a sustainable offense. So I have the Patriots going to the Super Bowl. So the NFC Championship game, the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. The Seahawks are 2.5-point favorites, and this is the rubber match. These two teams have played twice this year. It's been great each of those times, including that last one they played in Week 16, which was an overtime win for Seattle. It was a great comeback. Every facet of the game was able to work for Seattle in that fourth quarter to lead the comeback. But this game is going to be a bit different than those other meetings. It's mainly because it's the playoffs. Playoff style is different. The Rams have been a team in these playoffs so far that have just been resilient. They've won 2 very close games, including that one against the Bears. A big time interception in overtime propelled them for that win. Seattle, in their one playoff game so far, it was an absolute decimation of the San Francisco 49ers. From the jump with the Rashid Shaheed kickoff return touchdown, that game was pretty much over, and it did not help much out. It did not help that 49ers offense could do nothing against this really good Seahawks defense. But this is also a Seahawks defense that we saw the Rams be able to move pretty well against them in Week 16 when that game was also in Seattle. So this should be a very interesting one. The Rams defense is still a defense I am very high on. They had a good performance against the Bears, a kind of okay performance against the Panthers in a wild card. So I do expect him to be playing kind of in between somewhere for this game. Whereas this Seahawks offense, pretty much both times when they played the Rams, it was a bit sluggish through 6 of those quarters of the 8. But those final 2 quarters in that game in Week 16 was really fantastic. So this is going to be a very interesting one. It's a very tough one to pick. Kind of feels like a coin toss at the end of the day because it is a rubber match. You never really know these divisional games. But my pick from the very jump for the Super Bowl champion was the Los Angeles Rams. I'm going to stick with them once again. They have not let me down so far. Matthew Stafford is going for that second Super Bowl. Devontae Adams is playing well in these playoffs. So is Puka Nacua. Kyron Williams and Blake Corum as well are playing decently. And that defense is still a defense I feel fine enough to get behind in order for them to continue this really impressive playoff run they've been on. So I have the Rams going to Seattle and making the Super Bowl. So there you have it. I am expecting a Super Bowl 53 rematch in 2 weeks in Santa Clara. Patriots and Rams is my pick. Let me know yours down below. I appreciate everyone tuning in. And once again, subscribe if you're new. It was greatly appreciated. See you all next time. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.